This is a video on which I Wear a Wife Beater game you're supposed to get this year, and I'll start by going through the campaigns. Battlefield 1. Sometimes it's cool and immersive, like when you die in the beginning it will show you a name and a date of birth and a date of death, which is current day in game, which is a cool way to deal with player death, but then they completely abandon that. There's a part where you are a pigeon and you see an overview of the battlefield. And it's like, yes, that's what a World War I battlefield looks like. Basically, it looks like Mordor from Lord of the Rings. Then there are times when you are Superman and that's kinda gay. What I'm talking about are moments like, "The world is full of cereal and you are the only man with a spoon." But I mean, yeah, okay, that's kinda cool I guess, but I still think that being an unnamed soldier would have been cooler because that's what World War I was like. Just a bunch of unnamed grunts marching off to die. Then there are parts that don't make logical sense, like using aircraft against anti-aircraft placements. Which is fucking stupid, you don't counter your counter. If you've played Dota 2, League of Legends or Smite, then you would know that you don't counter your counter. But I guess you can do everything when you are Superman. Otherwise the campaign is action-packed, dramatically okay and fun to go through. Look, okay, I see FPS campaigns like Michael Bay movies. It's like having a cat and a laser pointer. It's just brain-dead fun. Then you can sometimes kinda choose how you do a mission, so that's kinda cool. The difference is usually, do you wanna go stealth? Or do you wanna go loud? Or do you wanna go through the place that has cover? Or through the dumb way where you will get gunned down like the idiot you are? The campaign is split into 5 different short campaigns that sent you to various fronts of the war, where you will play as a generic white guy in 4 of them, and a woman in 1. Whoa! But in the prologue you play as a black guy, I think, and then he dies instantly because of course he does. And you have the cool death thing there that never went anywhere. Overall, the campaign is really nothing different than other FPS campaigns where you are the coolest guy in the world. You are John Wick in this campaign. Titanfall 2. I've been seeing YouTubers drop their panties over this campaign, and I'd say it's pretty justified. I got immersed and it was really fun. The relationship between Titan and Pilot is awesome to see. It's kinda like the Iron Giant, because it's like, I am human and I am robot. And they did that pretty well, which is pretty cool. And you get put in difficult battles to prepare you for multiplayer, which I like in an FPS campaign. And running around the maps is pretty fun, and they have some beautiful scenery a lot of the time. So running around in that is pretty zen. They give you Titan loadouts to try out in the campaign, which is nice, more preparation. They deviate from most video game campaigns in the sense that the story is actually kinda good in this one. It was actually funny and charming sometimes. I actually liked the characters instead of being completely apathetic to them. And just as I was going, alright, this is getting a little boring, it kicks into overdrive and becomes awesome and action-filled, and that's so satisfying and feels like I earned the climax. Instead of it being explosions and bullet death kill and aeroplanos and shit all the time. So yeah, it was pretty good, but you are still John Wick in this too, but that's what you are going to be in every FPS campaign forever. That's the lesson to take from this video. Call of Duty Infinitus. Oh guys, it's Call of Duty, it must be bad. Oh wowee, okay fuck that bandwagon. Call of Duty has almost always just been a pretty solid FPS. The campaigns are just brain dead fuckery, and this one doesn't deviate from that. So anyways, shut up and stop being a cool internet hipster fag on your bandwagon and listen up. The dialogue most of the time makes me scream shut the fuck up at the screen, so it's complete goat fuck. With stuff like, let me get 5 minutes alone with this guy, grrr. And you have whole sections of that which last way too long and I just don't care at all. And you don't do anything in those levels, you just walk and you listen to these fucking hollow shells of characters speak, and that sucks dick. This isn't a fucking movie. I don't wanna be some important characters, I just wanna go shoot things. The campaign is at its strongest with the space combat. The dogfighting is satisfying and engaging, and is probably the freshest thing in COD since the zombies mode. There's a robot characters in this one and he's kinda okay at first, but then he gets annoying too. Everyone is just the worst in this and you wind up just rooting for the villain. There was a part where I had to land my spaceship, but I kept doing it wrong. So I needed to reapproach the runway over and over so that I did it right. But it fucking needed me to do it right to spawn a fucking cutscene of an enemy ship coming in. And it needed to do some fuckery with my ship, so it needed me on the runway in a weird way. Which is the stupidest fucking thing ever. You aren't John Wick in this campaign because John Wick isn't fucking annoying. It's the only campaign I wanted to stop playing, and I did stop playing it. But it was kinda okay when I was shooting things. But it's pretty much like all other COD campaigns in that it's kinda like a rail shooter. So you're just slowly going through the map and shooting guys on the way. And the Battlefield 1 campaigns are sometimes kinda like that. But you have way more room to maneuver. Titanfall 2 is kinda in between in that area, but it's like you get a playground and you run around everywhere, jumping on the walls and shit, while in Call of Duty it's like, hey, you are on this cover now and peek occasionally to shoot a guy. Oh no, watch out for the grenade, you better switch covers now. But COD has this hacking mechanic where you can hack enemy robots, which is kinda cool. So you can kill your enemies with your own guys, so that's kinda satisfying. You can also parkour a little, but not on the level of Titanfall. So to improve this campaign would be to have less of the talking bullshit. And just have it be squads in a war, so 1 ground squad and 1 spaceship squad. And these squads like occasionally talk about the mission, or say something clever. And you could have missions where the 2 squads intersect, like, oh no, the ground squad is getting hit with bombers. The spaceship squad needs to save them. Or there is anti-aircraft shit and the ground squad needs to clear it up for the spacemen. Or if that's too hard, then let me just skip this cutscene mid-gameplay fuckery instead of everything being an unskippable dick-ass. So overall I liked the Titanfall 2 campaign the most, with Battlefield 1 in second place. And the COD campaign can go back in the garbage where they found it in. Now we go into the mode you'll probably spend the most time on, the multiplayer. But just a short thing before we do that, let's look at the business models a little. Battlefield 1 will split its community most likely because of its expansion pack maps, which is fucking dumb. COD has a season pass for $50, so it's probably the same scenario here. Titanfall 2 doesn't have a season pass, so it has a you buy the game and then you get everything after that business model. So Titanfall 2 is the best one here. Battlefield 1 multiplayer. The modes. Conquest, it's a capture the hill kind of thing, but it's like all-out war and killing people makes points, I guess. It's supposed to be like the biggest mode. Domination is the same thing, only smaller, with no vehicles. Rush is a mode where one side defends 2 objectives and the other side tries to capture and destroy the objectives. And when the attackers take an objective, the defenders go defend another 2 objectives further back on the map. So the attackers push the defenders back across the map. Team Deathmatch, you know what this is. War Pigeons, this is the capture the flag mode. You find pigeons and hold them and run around with them, making sure the other team doesn't get them, and then you win. So Conquest, Domination and Team Deathmatch are the fun ones. And Rush is kinda okay, I guess, but War Pigeons is definitely not my thing. I didn't really have fun in that one. So there's a loot box system in this game, and that's like the Counter-Strike loot box system. But it's free, I think. I got mine for free. But this is probably where the microtransactions come in. Also, as of now, I haven't found a gun I like, really. The one for the medic is kinda good. Plus getting free points for healing is nice, and bayonet charging is fun because it feels like it's the stupidest thing. So that makes me smile when I do it. Sometimes you spawn and die immediately because you spawn with an enemy right behind you. So that's the most annoying thing in the world. I'm barely okay at the game right now. But yeah, I just keep dying. But that's expected when you have yet to unlock all the guns. And you only have the sucky ones. But maybe one day I'll be slightly better than okay in this. This game has been equal levels of frustrating and fun, and I'd say that's 6 out of 10 on both ends. But this is just a reskin of Star Wars Battlefront EA Edition, complete with the fuckery of that. So Titanfall 2 multiplayer, the modes. Bounty hunt, so you gather money by killing people, whether that's AI or players, and then you bank money, and the team that reaches 5,000 money first wins. Amped Hardpoint, this is the capture the hill mode. You just capture a place and make sure the other team doesn't capture the place. Pilots versus pilots, team deathmatch with no titans. Coliseum is a 1v1 mode with some bullshit around it. Attrition, team deathmatch but with titans and AI ground forces. Last man standing, last titan standing. You spawn as titans and fight, and there are no respawns, but you can leave the titan before it dies. And then you can wreak some havoc and help your teammates who still have titans by getting things like batteries and giving it to them, and like shooting rockets at the other enemy titans. So yeah, the batteries will give your allies a shield and maybe heal them. I don't really fully know the full mechanics of the battery yet. Capture the flag. This is capture the flag. Free for all. This is free for all. Overall, the multiplayer here is pretty fun, but I still need to find the right build for me. So everyone is better than me currently, but I'll get there. It just takes time to get used to how fast paced this is, and if you stop moving, well, you're pretty much dead immediately. The funnest modes are Bounty Hunt and Attrition. And I think that's because of the AI, it makes it feel bigger. And it gives you more strategic options of what to go after because you get points for killing AI. And team deathmatch is always solid, I guess. That's the one you go into every once in a while just for the simplicity. Also, Titanfall 2 doesn't have borderless windowed. What second-rate developer thinks it's okay to put out a game with no borderless windowed? But maybe they will patch it in, because people that have 2 screens or more exist.
Nice job, pilot. Finish the job. Keep fighting, pilot. Your Titan's almost ready.
Call of Infinite Duty multiplayer. You start off the multiplayer with a cutscene you can't skip. So you aren't allowed to play it right away, you have to watch a cutscene first. That's their philosophy with the game. More cutscenes, less game. There are loot boxes here too, so that's where the microtransactions come in. And I want to make this clear because I see this is becoming a trend. Or well, it is a trend. Loot boxes suck dick. If I'm paying money for something, I want to know what I'm getting for my money. But this game has borderless windowed, so that's a plus. The modes. The zombies mode will probably have the most longevity for me. That's pretty much what COD has been for me the past years, just jumping into zombies with some friends every once in a while. But it's not a thing you're gonna be like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna play this for a week. Then there is the PvP, the standard modes, Team Deathmatch, Free for All, Domination, Capture and defend positions to win. This is the King of the Hill mode. Defender is capture the flag. Terminal 24/7, it's a one map terminal and the mode Domination all day every day. At least that's what it's been every time I played it. Frontline is Team Deathmatch, but you have a set spawn point that are like bases. So when you're in a base, you have some armor, so no spawn camping, I guess. Mosh Pit, it's a bunch of modes mashed into one thing. Modes like Kill Confirmed. You kill people, but you have to collect their dog tags for it to count, and you can deny kills by collecting your teammates' dog tags, which is pretty cool, I guess. Search and Destroy. No respawns on a round. This is the Counter-Strike mode, where you take a bomb to A or B to blow it up and win, or defend A or B to win, or just kill the enemy team to win. There might be more modes in this thing, but these are the ones I got. Hardcore modes. Hardcore is like you have low health, there is friendly fire, no HUD unless someone uses a UAV that will give you the location of enemies, but you have the kill feed and nothing else. So this is the mode for people who wanna die in a nanosecond. The modes are Team Deathmatch and Mosh Pit. Then special modes. You have Gun Game, and this is a mode I like. You get to try out a bunch of guns and it's just casual fun, but it's free for all. And you kill and then you get a better gun sometimes. There is another mode here, and it's supposed to be like a big mode, some massive war thing, but no one was queuing up for it, so I had to not play it. I recommend playing as the Merc at first, because then you have more health, I think. So you don't die as easily, and you can still run around pretty fast as the Merc. I found a gun I like pretty soon, but I have one big stick up my ass going through the modes here. Where the fuck is the space combat mode? The literal one thing I was excited about in this game, but nope, they don't have it in the multiplayer. Are the people at Call of Duty Studio fucking retarded? This is why your trailer got disliked so much, you dumbasses. The literal one original thing you had here. Fuck. Conclusion. I find it hard to pick my favorite out of the three, so I'll put it this way. Battlefield 1 is if you want a huge war thing in a historical setting with a bunch of vehicles and shit. And I think it's the most teamwork oriented with the whole squad thing. Titanfall 2 is if you want something in the middle in that area. It's mostly like a small skirmish thing with the AI and players. And also if you want to fight in some big ass mechs. They are pretty fun and it's pretty chaotic and fast paced with the running around. But it's still the one I die the least in. Call of Duty is Call of Duty, just more of the same. The new thing for me here is that you can run on the walls, but that's not on the same level as Titanfall. The no fucking space combat pisses me off, but zombies will be okay for a while maybe. I don't really like the map, but maybe they will charge me $30 for one new map. The shooting is pretty solid in all of these. They're all pretty fun, but... oh fuck it, Titanfall 2 is the best, Battlefield 2 is... Battlefield 2 is good, Call of Duty sucks dick ass.